Most definitely, most definitely. See, Lanski, yeah. So I'm back with a new, video and all that, based off of Drake, on our stage, and basically going on his heart and his soul, when his whole time at him up. A lot of people don't say stuff. A lot of people don't say to them cars. A lot of people ain't, they ain't trying to hang with the owls, the octopus, every own type of time right now, ever since that time. Which leads me to say, not like us is, a record that's gonna last longer than Ether did, and it's changing and Nas be. As far as, the butterflies effects around that, I just feel like it hit different, Yeah, that Ether, it was around for a long while, every now and then, a lyrical confrontation goes on, people say, he got Ether, hit him with that Ether, but this one is different, this sign. People was jamming to in the crowd, people on the beach vibing to, women twerking, the shorties vibing to it, pulling their Casamigos and going all y'all. I must say we gotta retire the record. We won't let it rock after the Super Bowl and the Grammys. After that, I probably don't ever want to hear it again because that's the amount of times I heard it. But you could tell, Drake probably tossed and turned to hear the voices of the song and, the bass line and the slate. It's just one of them ones. It's just one of them taunted theme music, And you can't forget about, once in a lifetime type of vibes, but, or the donkey. That album for my dogs, for the dogs, for all the dogs, that just dropped in, it just made this year's anniversary. A year ago he was at the top of the rap game. It was crazy what happened, yeah. But see, Lanski, I'm up out of there. Yeah. Most definitely, most definitely. I see Lanski, big announcement. I'm retired. I said this like a million times, things that I nature. I had to hang up the jersey, I had to give it 6 consistent summers, 5 years. We talking 5 years straight, no breaks, no hiatus, none of that, I'm about to venture into the new, stage of my career. We're about to get into this dialogue with the YouTube. Things of that nature, being that I spearhead greatness, a whole lot of greatness at the drop of my final album, Born for Greatness of Rap Nation. Go get that out right now. That's on all platforms. That's a classic. I decided after that, time to, hang up the jersey and, venture off into this new stage of my career. So, musically, I feel like I did it all to the point of no return. So, now we're going to return back to the C. Lanski show, the C. Lanski podcast, a whole lot of topics, I'm going to bring that to this channel. Just for a while, you never know. A rapper might step on my toes and I might have to come back in the game. You never know. But for now, I'm going to just TP, be on this podcast, C. Lanski show, C. Lanski network type of talent, if Joe Biden could do it, I'm going to just show them a type of time. I'm just take it as one of those. This ain't no quit. The catalog's still on all platforms. A lot of rappers, they just quit. No platform, no catalog, none of that. The 16th chapel can't be painted any further, so, just let the music breathe, y'all. It's all about showing my greatness, I'm more than just a typical rapper and all that. A lot of rappers had to, they had to hang it up and start playing with keys and pianos, things of that nature. Yeah, but stay tuned for the next vid. Ill topic up next. C. Lanski, it's the C. Lanski show. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, most definitely. C. Lanski. Now that I'm in retirement, I'm gonna start my little couple type of vids and stuff like that. So, we're gonna start it off with top 5 favorite rappers of all time. Number 1, we got NAS, Illmatic. Shout out to Nas, my number 1 favorite rapper. Over the years the list varied, but Illmatic, that's the biblical Bible right there. So I had to, number 1 to RP Big L, Punchline King, just lines that it's out of pocket, Off the goaded. Yeah, number 3, RP the Pac, sipping on some Hennessy. Enemies. Yeah. Is he worth that? Definitely inspired me for sure when I was in the rap game. But worst ethic made me want to reconsider his retirement. I gotta get back to it, maybe. Number 4. Who that gotta be, what are the legends, Wayne show, as far as I witnessed. I don't think no other rapper was in a bag like that. Growing up, that definitely made me want to be the best rapper. That's what really challenged me. I gotta get on that, type of talent, I was 3, Carter 3, really historical. 5, G, Notorious Big, 2 albums, 2 magnum opuses back to back, the legend, ultimate lyricist. That's the top 5 list though right there. I got 5 more artists, I'm gonna say that for the next vid though. Tune to see Lanski. Yeah, most definitely see Lanski. Breaking news. So unfortunately, I got a report that, R.P. to James Evans from Good Times. This is crazy. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm trying to get monetized, so I don't wanna say the famous Florida Evans word. But if y'all know about Good Times, y'all know about that word, this is crazy, This is ill, cause I grew up on, that ain't my era, when Good Times came out, that was the 70s, That was my OG's era, but I grew up on TV, it was still TV, so back then, you still could catch up on the old shows, Brady Bunch, Good Times, Different Strokes, things like that. So, this is ill, definitely hit for the black community, one of the best shows ever, JJ Michael, stuff like that. This is ill, He also started the classic flicks like, Coming to America, also repeated. James Earl Jones, who also passed away recently, too. And then, he was in a historical, cultural changing movie roots with LeVar Burton and stuff like that. So, it's definitely crazy, it's wild. So far, ups and downs like a Snoop Dogg song, what I mean? It's definitely real, our condolences, definitely he paid a lot of, way, even though I'm a retired musician, he paid the way for people of my color, definitely, be accepted in today's society, with movies like, Roots opening, the world to what really went on in my ancestors and things of that nature, but we ain't even gonna get into that right now, if shit nasty network. Yeah, most definitely in my head. Yeah, most definitely. You see Lanski, the best rapper alive, but retired, I'm just chilling right now, I'm a YouTuber by now, so, I'm bringing topics, stuff in the media, stuff like that, like I said before, Joe Biden I could do it respectfully, though, so, there's a lot going on, the only thing that they really talking about is, Diddy and Kendrick, Lamar, and Drake, I ain't saying I'm tired of hearing about it. That's all I've been hearing respectfully, It's a lot going on, bro. What y'all think? Should we still bump off music or it's quiet for all that? I'm from the streets. Where I'm from, it's proven guilty and stuff like that. But, it's a lot of nasty work. But I ain't getting into that, I'm just a rapper / media personality, stuff like that. I leave that for the blog pages, I'm still outside, never in. See, I'm a spin. But, that's a lot of classics, that's like downfall for Empire type thing, like the show Empire. But they took down Lucius, Word life. I'm just reflecting on all the classics I grew up on, Flavor in Your Ear remix, Biggie Hole, Clear, all that. And he said Papa and Puff and all that. It's crazy, you see what's going on. It's really a hit for hip hop. I ain't gonna hold you. Especially somebody from my era, the new cats might not really, feel out of fact, cause, shout out to Soulful, but, Chief Keep out the big goals and Dirk and stuff like that. I'm talking about I grew up way back when bumping hip hop like that, so, off was on the Rushmore, King of the remixes and stuff like that. So, this hit death, I ain't gonna hold you. But, just the ways of the game, it's just like the Pac song. It's how the cards is dealt, it's how the cards is played. You know what I'm saying? A lot of classics though, Benjamin's, all that, Brought the world some of the best talents and, music history, stuff like that, but they say every dog had its day on that fell. And where I'm from, in the New York streets, they get real. For real. See Lanski though, see Lanski Network. Out there. Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. It's C. Lanski. Welcome back to the C. Lanski Network. I'm just gonna get into, the year 2024. Well, in my opinion, it's one of the best years in hip hop history, Definitely one of the best years since the early 2010s. So, there's been a lot of monumental things that went on this year, but definitely we gonna a little bit of that Kendrick and Drake battle. I ain't picking no sides or nothing like that. I'm the GOAT. But ask me, but I'm retired from that. I'm just a YouTube, but when I can do a track with both of them, though, you know what I'm saying? But Not Like Us was crazy. The Family Matters. But a joint where like did the pop smooth voice, That's a lot of people don't agree with it, Or Peter Pop, Machiavelli the Dawn. That joint was fire when I first heard it. I was like, I don't know how he gonna come back. Kendrick came back with a vengeance. That's all I must say. Drake had, a couple joints in the beginning, type things like that, but that beat the grams and all that drop. I ain't gonna hold you. I knew it was quiet, respectfully. A battle, definitely viral, I still say my favorite battle was Nas and Hov for, MC Shan and KRS-One, but that's because my hip hop knowledge spans beyond the modern era, This was more like media driven and, more comedic goals, I'm saying. I'm hearing about a season of 6. When I rap, MCs don't exist. I mean, chill, I'm retired, but the C. Lanski Network, I'm out of here. Yeah. Most definitely. It's C. Lanski. Welcome back to the C. Lanski Network. So, basically, I'm getting into that total type of vibes with the topics, cause, me being a hip-hop spokesman, even with the pen and the mic, I always got a lot to say. My knowledge is, top tier when it comes to, the hip-hop history and all that. A lot of these new rappers don't know, so, I think it's time to take them to the score most definitely cooking up a lot of new stuff, that's gonna stay in them fall. I'm trying to decide when that's coming to light. But in the meanwhile, I got a lot of my favorite hip hop moments, even this year. The Drake and Kendrick battle, and that alone, one of them hip hop, landmark moments, and admit to that, I dropped my song Welcome to the Plethora, like in the big three, they can't see me, but we ain't gonna get into that right now. But it's Lanski, yeah. Yeah, most definitely. Lanski back to the Lanski Network show, whatever you wanna call it. Yeah, so back to my top 10 MCs of all time, I call these MCs because these is rappers that got, flow, lyricism, punchlines, things of that nature. Something a lot of these modern rappers don't got. I just came in at Yeah, most definitely. So let's get into the list, quick, fast. Like I said before, we got Nas at number 1, Big L at number 2, Tupac at number 3, Lil Wayne at number 4, the Notorious B.I.G. at number 5. Then, we gonna start off 6 to 10. In the middle, but little Italy, got it, for the Bronx. Big Pun, most definitely. Then we got Hov. A to the OZ. I used to move Snowflakes by the. I just dropped my new album on Rock Nation, right? And we got Eminem, Kim Lady, like that Kim lady, crazy drama. Get your style from. If you drop the double album, admit it. Why you in the open? Let me chill. I'm trying to get YouTube. Get this out there. You know what I'm trying to say, though. Shout out to Eminem. I know definitely all the lyrics. 8 Mile is definitely one of the movies that influenced me. To this day, songs like "Lose Yourself" in the music, moving, never let it go. You only got one shot and not a chance, bro. Opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Classic. TP though, TP. Who we got next? Got Snoop, that first Snoop album, historical, the whole story behind that, him being on the Chronic with Drake, that's monumental right there. Then of course we got 50, Richard Died Trying, that's a historical album, a classic, like I always say, 03 when 50 came out, that's what inspired me to really, start cooking up. Around that same time I got into my first battle, So most definitely, that's the top 10 list right there. The Ghost. Yeah, the Lanski. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, most definitely. It's Lanski. Season 2 of the Lanski podcast, So the hottest startup best rap out loud, but I'm retired for now. Just made the announcement, I'm a YouTuber podcaster type comment, I'ma just drop vids, on, my perspective and things of that nature, I got a freestyle in the tuck, but tired, so I might just stay in the vault, I keep that frozen just in case, I might have to unfreeze it one of these days. I'ma chill out for now, So, whole lot of topics coming, I just dropped the favorite, my top 5 favorite rappers, I also got the whole 1 to 10 list, the whole type of timing with that, so, that's gonna come soon. So stay in tune for that, Lanski, I'm back in full effect. 24, yeah. Yeah, most definitely. Lanski. So, I'ma give my thoughts on, that new rapper. What's his name? Tommy Richmond. I want to hold that, the song one of the summer anthems is the $1 Million Baby joint. He jacking, he ain't really jacking hip hop, really a scary place right now. I think gold, I think good, but you gotta think about it, who really lit, who really winning. The big three, right? J. Cole, Drake, Kendrick, everybody else, they getting in where they fit in type vibes. Most definitely. He seen what happened with Post Malone, he dropped that White Iverson. He went to the movies and took off. Now look a post out the post, he goated, but I just dropped my 100 best rappers list. I ain't even put Post in there. I would have put Post in there, but Post ain't really tracking hip hop neither. He a pop country rapper type of thing. Country stars, So I guess he trying to follow the same wave, the same path, Drop that tune, go mainstream, go through, some different type of music or something like that. Can't knock his hustle or nothing like that. But the tune he definitely blew up off of is, hip hop. I'm saying that a lot of, rappers, even done who did the Tipsy joint, he flipped the J. Quan joint from back in the days. He jacking, he a country rapper or artist or something like that. Nobody not really jacking hip hop. I feel like you gotta really be an MC. A lot of people scared, They see what's going on with Daddy, they think hip hop. Nobody fall in the shambles, See Lanski here to really say today, I'ma save hip hop. Just give my opinion stuff. Let me know what y'all think in the comments though. Yeah. Most definitely. See Lanski here to really say today, I'ma save hip hop. I'm just a YouTuber for now though. Just give my opinion stuff. Let me know what y'all think in the comments though. Yeah. Most definitely. I just seen like that Toby, Diddy and Diamond documentary. Nasty work, I ain't gonna hold you. Innocent to proven guilty, I'm in the streets, I really don't know nothing, see nothing. I ain't jacking no foolishness or something like that. I'm just saying he did that documentary quick, fast. He just got booked like 2 weeks ago. His lawyer is a comedian. Remind me of Seinfeld sidekick with the glasses from back in the days. If you know anything about that show, if you know, you know. Let's see Lanski though. Yeah, most definitely, it's the bad man, see Lanski. Yeah. So, I'm from the Bronx, So I might just, talk about this real quick, shout out to Ice Spice and things of that nature, She real nice, she gone. Shout out to her. With the music though, let's get into that. A lot of people, a lot of media platforms, the streets, I got my hands to the streets. Like, a lot of people jacking her career done, or they ain't rocking around no more, they ain't feeling her. Like, they saying, you thought I was feeling her? The album came out, they ain't really jacking it, I heard it. Give it a hundo. I heard better, but ain't no knock. She come from the same treacherous streets I came from, so, I love to see it, the success, most definitely, was like Craig Mack said, you won't be around next year, but raps too severe, get the mad flavor, yeah. Will she be around next year or the year after? I don't know, musically, let's see what she got. She probably got a masterpiece or classic in the vault, and we don't know about it. She might be hip hop, secret rapping, the best kept secret, we ain't got our eyes open. When we see her, we got our eyes open, but we got our eyes open. Let's see landscape. Yeah, most definitely. The bad man, see Lanski. I'm retired. I'm just a YouTuber now, respectfully. So I'm gonna get into our last episode of Power. I was a full-fledged fan within itself. Wow, it really finally got that lady up out of there. And in the midst of that, daughter got some action too. Nasty work, though. I thought they was gonna take Tariq by his girl. The end, he went out like the top dog. I thought somebody was gonna run down him through him like they did Nino Brown in the end of New Jack City. I'm just keeping a Hondo, but hey, look, it might be another spinoff or another season or something. R.P. to Monet, nasty work. Definitely a golden show. But let me know what y'all think. See Lanski. The bad man, see Lanski. I'm gonna keep it 100 and tell you like this. In my opinion, Drake almost won that battle. Almost. Until Meet the Grams drop. First and foremost, once that drop, I compare it to when Nas dropped his verse on Live at the Barbecue. The hunger was prevalent, But once Drake dropped that setups, that was calm, that shook the game. But my favorite joints, was the Buried Alive joint, and most definitely, a lot of people ain't jacking it, but that joint where he pretended he was Pac and Snoop, I was like, yo, ain't no way he coming back. Once that Meet the Grams drop, and then I like us, it was a quiet storm, like Sade said. See Lanski though. Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. It's the bad man, see Lanski. I did my top 50 list and my top 100 list. I'm doing my favorite albums by my top 10 MCs. So this one is, of course, Illmatic, the best rap album of all time. Classic songs like New York State of Mind. Rappers a monkey flipping with the funky rhythm I be kicking. Musician, flipping composition. The pain, limelight, Scarface sniffing. Holding the M6 with the pen, I'm insane. Hear me a mic and not the FIFOs. Y'all know the stilo with the without the airplay. I keep some E and J sitting bent up in the stairway. Yeah, that album classic. I know I could quote every line. So many classic bars. It's like vividly, the pecking of New York streets. You wouldn't understand if you ain't come from it. You know what I mean? Even if you came as like a civilian, probably go to the nice parts of the towns. You really gotta be in them trenchy parts and see what's going on. The city never sleeps, full of villains. That's why I used to go my hustle. Had to hustle with. I'm an addict for sneakers, 20s of Buddha and with Viva. And I ain't reading this off of paper neither. The album's embedded in my brain. I got so many rhymes, I don't think I'm too insane. Life is travel over to hell, but I must maintain and be prosperous like hostages. It's only right that I was born to use mics, and that I write is even tougher than I'm taking rappers to a new plateau through rap slow, surviving hell without a castle. Smooth criminal on beat breaks. Never put me in your East takes. City never sleeps. You know what I mean? So classic, you know what I mean? Never sleep. They get mad real. The city never sleeps. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing equivalent to that New York State of Mind. The second track, Life's Up. Destined to be the one to make it for my peeps that never made it. What he said, that AZ verse is historical, that kick-started his whole career. I woke up early on my born day. It's an essence, a blessing, the adolescence, leave my body now pressing. That buck, the border, could have struck the classic, you know. Historical, real jazzy joint. And you got the third track, whose world is this? I sip the Dawn P watching Gandhi till I'm charged. Writing in my book of rhymes, all the words past the margin. Hold the mic up, throbbing mechanical movements. Move with the these thing. Pay me a night, they won't act right. A feeling hit hot, it got me stuck like a mind activation. React like I'm facing times like Pappy Mason with hands I'm embracing now. Classic, you know. So my man Ill Will, God bless your life. And classic, you know. I'm out for presidents to represent me. Say what? Mad quotable bars like word life. You know, track 4. You know, halftime. Before I take out my, then I start the matter of fact, I be on the hunt. You never catch me in the streets without a ton of. That's like Malcolm X catching the jungle fever. Being poetic. That's another classic. We got Memory Lane. Mind you, I ain't reading on paper for this one. You know, I know the whole album. I rap for listeners and prisoners, and I be dissing the unofficial, the old. I dropped out of Coolie High, gassed up by Coolie Pie, Jungle Survivor, who's the lava. Battery in my back, a difference for manager. Sentence begins indenting. Oh, that's a classic, man. And you know, you got the next joint, One Love, One Love. Sometimes I sit back with a, you know, mind thinking how I could live through the facts, patient, etc. A school, the lies make me vex her. And we got one time for your mom, one time. One time for your mom, one time. I was born out my way out my mom's throat. And we got, you know, represent. Around the way, Shantae, this the real Roxanne. I used to wake up every morning to see my crew on the block. Represent. Classic. Whole album historical. Then, you know, like in contact that I attract clientele. So my text, like for death breathing, it's like with breath. I exhale the yellow, who writes the steps deep like the Buddha monk. Sing your chunk, turn the bass up. Not stories by Aesop. Place your loot up. Parties are old up. Drop a jewel well and hell from full wealth. Feel like bro, it ain't hard to tell. I kick a skill like Shaquille holds the pill. Vocabulary spills, I'm ill. Plasmatic. Freak beat slamming like iron sheet. Jam like a with correct tech. Rhythmatic explosion is what your frame of mind is chosen. I leave your brain stimulated. Rappers is frozen. Speak with criminal slang. Begin like a violin. And like Leviathan is deep. Well, let me try again. Wisdom be leaking out. To be locked in a cell where it ain't hard to tell. Illmatic. Best rap album of all time. Besides my albums. You know, I'm just a rapper turned YouTuber. Yeah, most definitely. Peace to Nas. Hip hop, hip hop. Yeah, most definitely. It's the bad ass Lanski. Yeah, so you know we get into my favorite rap albums by my top 10 MCs and things of that nature. So you know, number 2 we got Lifestyles of the Poor and Dangerous by Big L R P. You know, classic joints like Street Struck, put 'em on. I eat mics like cornbread. You can't kill me, I was born dead. If rap was a game, I'd be MVP, the most valuable forward on the MIC. Battles I lose none, I lead crews. And got 10 fingers, but only use run up like Machine Gun Kelly with a black skelly leap on you and take your. I'm the neighborhood fan, but mess around and find my flow boxes in your mother's. Like Dunn was ahead of his time. Word bond. If you ain't got no ends, you won't be getting no. I pull quick. I'm fed up with that bull. Cause I'ma have your family dressed in all black. Mad quotable classics on there, you know, the graveyard, you know, Hove even on there, like early performances. We talking about before Reasonable Doubt, like Word Born. Tap into that album, it's underrated, and it's definitely on my list. You know, mad gem stars in there. You know, just check it out. You know, I'm a hip hop historian, so if I tell it, you better believe it. Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. It's the bad man, Steve Lanski, back with a review, you know, giving y'all one of my favorite albums, you know, my top 10 MCs. So, Number three, I'm gonna go with All Eyes on Me. My ambition as a rider. Classic, California Love on there. Out on bail, first out of jail, California screaming. Once I step on the screen, I'm hearing screaming. Classic, the real Bishop, the only Bishop. Dog Life. Yeah. Two of America's most wanted. And get a crib like Bugsy Siegel. I'm living legal. Definitely a classic album. As of late, my favorite joint, been that Can't See Me with George Clinton. You know why? 'Cause you can't see me. Oh, that's a classic, whole album classic. Got big gem stars on there. Shorty wanna be a thug. 16? 16? Like, whole album, Pac came out on his back, How do you want it on there? The posse cut, got my mind right. Method Man, Redman on there, Corrupt. Dad's on there, the whole dog pound on there. How do you want it on there? Casey in Georgia. Off the Nate Dogg, got Nate Dogg on there. Bare classic albums on there, Off the Joel C on there singing, classic melodies, It's a classic album, for sure. Pac magnum opus, he was in his prime, really in his bag, that's the type of work that I come with, that's the type of work that I like to come with. I don't like to just, play around and either I'm all in or I ain't at all, Or if he's a Machiavelli the Dawn, see Lanski. Who is this for? Who is this for? Yeah, let's see Lanski, back with my, top 10 MC's favorite album list, that intro was off of the Millie video, so you should already know. You got, thoughts in your mind. It's common sense that I'm talking about that C3, that Carter 3P, Mr. Carter, Millie, rare classics on there. We talking about summer '08, last day of school, I went straight to, Walmart to go pick that up, It was the clean version where, the album leaked, so I already knew it, but, I had to support it, which is why, a lot of people went to go support that album. So the Millie in the first week, Let the Beat Build, Tie My Hands, Mrs. Officer, the lead single. We ain't even gonna get into that. R.P. the Static Major, though. It's a historical body of work, and, as far as MCs, and my, coming to ages, that was like the best time I seen, It was really top tier type of bars, type of time he was on. Like, when I heard the Drought 3 and all the Wayne bars, I was like, yeah, I gotta, strive to be the best. I always strive to be the best, but, that's when I really wanted to be on that time. And, and I'm a retired MC now, but I retired on the top of the game, on my game, So, I'm just a YouTuber now, but shout out to Wayne. And I was like the Carter 3 inspired me to get my pen skills up for sure, which is why Wayne is the number 4 on the list. And Carter 3 is one of the best albums of all time. I already know the five though. See Lanski, yeah, most definitely. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazines, Salt and Pepper and Heavy up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack, Mr. Magic Molly Ball. Used to take drop to the Camp Rocks. Sipping on private stock way back. You know what I mean? Chill, Lanski, my top 10 MC's best album, favorite album list, Now that was the bars from Josie right there, Only time I say another MC bars when I'm singing a song. I ain't like none of these other rappers though. Like copycats even try to steal my style, It's ironic, much respect to Big, but like Ghostface on the Sharks interlude, nowadays, Big was original, but now MCs really biting people's styles, kind of copy paste. Same thing happened in Lanski, same thing happened to me, I retired, but back to Ready to Die though. I don't wanna no more. Knocking on my door, living every day like another day, another struggle.
seen him at the and Mayor Giuliani ain't trying to see another turn to John Gotti. Probably older now. Like album is classic. It's the one that's with you, see your picture, now they wanna and come and get you. Bet you won't slip. I got it. And it's loaded in the so I could do you put it in the bag with all the touch my chest to feel my what I'm gonna hit you with. Better I bring stains and remains jacket had shoulda pack it and extra and so I could read and yeah. I mess around and get hardcore, see through your door, no more. Feel the rush, scan the lush, the more dangerous. Don't care about you or your crew or what you gonna do when come for you. I'm not running. Watch my hold on, I hear somebody coming. Whole album is classic, you know. Whole album is classic, you know. They pop on there. Cause I'll see some ladies tonight that should be having one. And you know it's crazy. The 30-year anniversary just passed for the album. You know it's historical. Ironically, all this is going on involving Puff and things of that nature. You know, cause he was really, he was really the Barry Gordy, the Quincy Jones behind that album. You know, taking Big, who was, a raw MC, who was ill no matter what. Found a diamond in the rough. And shined it for the whole world to see, so it's crazy, I don't want to get what's going on with him misconstrued with the music. The music is still historical. Big ain't got nothing to do with that, as far as we can move. So, he definitely a legend, ready to die, Back in the days, you remember? Now they, right, classic. Give me the loot. Oh, album classic, the what with Redman. I used to think. Now I put your style played out like Kwame in them polka dots. Tell God to throw down ice for the nicest MC. Unbelievable. Oh, album is classic. Like, grew up on it, There was a time, the list changed over the years. It was a time Wayne was my favorite rapper. Time Nas was my favorite. But Nas was covering number one at the list. The list shuffled, but Big was definitely number one for many years. It's all synonymous. All the goals is just numbers. As long as you made the list, a lot of rappers think they nice. They ain't make that list. And they ain't gonna never make that list. Let's say Lanski. Yeah, most definitely. It's a war, Joe. How you wanna blow this spot? I know. Why you eating spaghetti? So we crack more shoot. In the middle, a little Italy, little man couldn't do diddly. Yeah. Let's see, Lanski. Yeah, most definitely. BX Fanta, we get into that. My favorite rapper list, from the GOATs, or from my top 10 MCs list, that was bars from the Punisher, Hard 8, he had a historical run back in the 90s, back in the late 90s, mid 90s type vibes, I'm a bubblehead, never listen to nothing that these rappers say. Yeah, big classics on there, beware, can't do, lyrically, literally, hypothetically, realistically, be the epitome and catch a rat. Like, whole album classic. I came up with Nori, super lyrical, Black Thought on there, the whole album classic, I don't wanna be a player no more. I ain't a player, I just like hood anthem. You talking about you going to Bodega or cop your quarter water, quarter juice back in the day. Most definitely bound to hear that tune thinking out the speaker. The good old times, I mean, these are days, most definitely, because, I'm living like a big dog still. We talking about musically, back when a lot of the vets was here, and Pun definitely one of them ones. And, Big Pun, my favorite rapper to ever come from the Bronx. If you haven't, check out that Capital Punishment. It's a classic album. See Lanski. Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? Please stand up. I am whatever you say I am. Cause if it wasn't, why would I say I am? And every day I am. I don't know the way I am. Out my window, not so bad. That album classic. Dear Stan. You talking about that Marshall Madness album, C. Lanski, back with my favorite rap album, my top 10 MCs, and as you can tell, the Marshall Madness LP by Eminem is definitely in there. I could have went with the Slim Shady LP, but I ain't want to be too cliche. A lot of people be picking that. That's ill though, you know. The Marshall Madness joint was more personal, it was ill, I mean? Definitely a classic. He came back to back classics, really three though. Cause the Infinite, that's my joint, But I people don't even know about that. That was bare lyricism, but as far as the MC and artists we know today, that was Marshall Madness LP and a Slim Shady LP, you know. There are classics on there. There are legendary features on there. I can't really quote too much lyrics, cause I gotta get paid by the too. But if you know, you know. Shout out to Marshall though. Shout out to Shady, shout out to Aftermath, Let's say Lanski. Yeah, most definitely. But so much drama in it, it's kinda hard being. But I somehow, some way keep coming up with funky hits like every single day, man. I kick a little something, cause every single day I keep hearing try to steal my flow with Julio, put me on game soon as I step through this dog. We talking about that doggy style classic album by Snoop. I feel like how Snoop felt in the beginning of the album when Warren G was talking to him, the Superfly sample type vibe. Give all this up. Wow, everything is you bugging? Like, nah, I'll be back in a jiffy, I'm just a YouTuber for now. But we talking about that doggy style album, it dropped a couple months after I was born back in 9 Trey. Classic features from Lady of Rage, Nate Dogg, Warren G, RBX, produced by Dr. Dre, one of the pillar albums, not just from the West Coast, but hip hop general, And definitely the dog pound on that DPG, it's a dog eat dog world, Without milk and the blue notes, you never go platinum. Without me, a lot of them never go platinum. Yeah, the album classic, Peace to Slick Rick, he flipped a Lottie Dottie on there, it's a classic, You pay homage, the whole album classic. Tap in, if you know, you know. If you don't know about this album, you ain't really knowing nothing about hip hop though. It's C. Lanski. Yeah, most definitely. Clickety clank, clickety clank. The money goes into my piggy bank when I get at you. Yeah, in my hood. Like, you talking about that massacre by 50, Curtis Jackson, a historical body of work. A lot of people jack that, give us a die trying. I jack that too, but I really had that massacre on a blast, same year that, the late registration by Kanye dropped. And, them two albums, was pivotal in my years, my coming in years as an MC. I was 2 years in the game, even though I was doing it for the boom, but really deciding like, this is what I'ma do, like I'm 11 or 12 bumping this, Same year he dropped the Get Rich or Die Trying movie and soundtrack, whole album was classic, Disco Inferno, Baltimore joint, the whole album is like, L, the Gap Man and Robin joint. Hated to Love It remix was on there. And then, he had like the other version where it was like a video for every joint on the album. God gave me style, God gave me grace, God put the smile up on my face. Me, like, the first two albums and the movie soundtrack was 50's Prom, you know. Then he had the video game the same year. You know, that was one of the best runs for sure, you know. So, you know, let's give it a Doctrine soundtrack, the video game, and the massacre in the same year, you know. That's a historical run. And the G-Unit clothing going crazy, I think around the same time he had the vitamin water, you know. That's just legendary '05 type of timing, you know. Same time, you know, Jeezy came out and everybody had the snowman shirts, you know. I was really outside them. You know, but see Lanski.
Yeah, most definitely. It's the bad man shit, Lanski. So, we get into, my basic opinion. I think Cole was throwing shots at that boy, especially Drake on that joint. That joint he did with T. Wesley, I just can't forget the type of thoughts, can't forget it. I feel like he does what I'm, when he said, L after L, you have to lie. He looked like James Hosman autograph. Now, who high, who not? That's the main flow, this is a current joint, he knows Diddy got on Diddy and scandals, all type of joints. So right there, he's giving you a hint that this ain't no joint from 2-3 years ago in the vault. He was riding through Detroit, with T. Wesley this time of today. He was playing with his name, so, he wrote for the daddy came out with a vengeance. My only critique, I probably should have dropped mid-summer. I feel like Red Summer vibes in the bed, of course they shot that in the summertime, but it's fall. It still feel like some of the time, but it soon get cold. It soon be a real surgical order. That's just me though. See Lanski about it. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, most definitely. See Lanski. So I'm gonna get into a little back and forth beef, going on right now with Joe Button and Diddy, all that. You go research and do, the background behind, why I even started. I ain't get to the laundry of that. If you know. I'm just here to get into, what words were set up in the aftermath of fact. So, Joe really ain't tracking things. He's saying he basically ain't nobody, and, he treating him like, that pride saying, and trade out. He ain't nobody, stuff like that. And then, in return, DDT clowning him, like the circus and really saying, pump it up. Took like 20 years to go platinum, or not even platinum, it took 20 years to go gold and things of that nature. Meanwhile, he's saying he got, gold and platinum trophies up under his roster already. I'm just saying like this, I Pump It Up was tough back when I was a youngster, that was his only hit, but it was in You Got Served joint, it was in Def Jam, the first video game, that was '03, mind you, DDG was born '01 or 2000, he had to be like a newborn, so he don't know nothing about that, and vice versa, Joe Jackson, he don't know about DDG, DDG had some of the toughest joints back in, 2022, he went on a run, then, he became all about the publicity and people's eyes. So, it's hand for hand. It ain't like they the big three or nothing like that. It ain't like both of them was the best rappers alive or nothing. Even though Toe got some lyricism for being with Shady and, they paused. But at the end of the day, it's basically, C rapper going against C rapper and these rappers going against these rappers type of thing, but they might get in a collab or something, you never know. This end of that game is tricky, but see, I'm out of here. Yeah.
6 #1 albums, imagine that. RP to DMX, We about to get into some of my favorite songs by Darkman X, RP, Rough Riders Anthem, that joint was just, New York at its epitome, especially right after Pac and Big died, and the streets was, needed something, to fill that void. That was the shiniest soul ever, This is like 98, right before the, Y2K era. Everything was real spacey back then,
it was Talks of the World. And then even Busta Rhymes said on his first album, it's only 5 years left. And that was like 95, 96. He was jacking that. Get at me, dog. I never been to the tunnel. This was before my era, but that video started off raw, rugged, black and white. Like, let's take him back to the streets, and that's what he did. It's 2 #1 albums in the same year. He was definitely running the game. Slipping, falling, can't get up. One of them joints, that'll talk to you, especially if you come from the streets. Try to keep you on that path and off the wrong one. Man, classics he dropped, Party Up, Right Here. He just kept doing his thing. Like I said in the beginning, 6 #1 albums. He been running the game, He definitely rushed in the game and in these New York streets. RP to DMX, long live the dog. Let's see Lanski, I'm up out of here. Yeah. I get every day, every night, all the time. We gon' make it. We gon' make it. We gon'. They say that he deserved it whenever you die with your eyes open. Change gonna come, that's what Barack said. I'll be the man in the house, my pop said. Money, power, respect, that's the key to life. We talk about, knowing other than, the historical blocks, from YO. They really put on, definitely, most definitely, ball for ball, no rappers can't really do that, not just from YO, I'm talking about in the world, they definitely put on, So, let me get to some of my favorite, rock songs, Money, Power, Respect, of course. Always love Big Papa. And of course, this is D-Block, but it's one and the same in my eyes. Everywhere we go, people wanna know who we are. So we tell them this is D-Block. Y'all really know about that. I wasn't outside, most definitely. They came in the game with red bars, coming on songs, with Big and all that, standing toe to toe with, the top MC in the game, they on last days, they on mad tunes, with them good couple, at least a good 3, 4. Plus, I believe it was the ice cream truck joint. Definitely was a Funk Master Flex freestyle. He definitely was going toe to toe with some of the top MCs, even them being featured on, Hove third album, Hard Knock Life. Sheik Luke started off. I feel like he really had the best verse. That's really his best verse, the way he started off. Kiss on it, dumping, Styles wild out. Some say he threw some jam stars at Hove, They also went on to, drop classic solo albums, Definitely, Gangsta and Gentleman, Top 5 Dead or Alive. They drop mad classics, Definitely, The Kiss of Death. The song Why, it's controversial, Definitely, not too long ago, a couple years ago, the historical battle they had with Death Side. Definitely was good back in quarantine days, Some of my favorite, rocks, moments, and, albums and things of that nature. See, Lanski, I'm out of here. Yeah, most definitely, stay tuned. Yeah, most definitely. See, Lanski. So, I'm gonna get into my top 5 favorite musician list real quick. Off the top of the list, we got, the GOAT, the king of hip hop, R.I.P. Mike Jackson, most definitely. Michael Jackson, #1, he definitely brought best thriller, global star and vibes to the world, We're gonna get into my favorite individual songs by Michael Jackson for sure, And, my favorite MC on there as well, Number 2, Nasty Nas, from out of Queensbridge, Illmatic, the Bible Testament, not just for hip hop, but for music overall and culture and art. Number 3, RP to the Angel, Aaliyah, she definitely on there. She 1 in a million, definitely gonna get into some of my favorite songs by her before, we got Prince, 1000 party over all the time. So for now we gonna party like 1999, with Doves Cry and all that Purple Rain. Being classes, we'll get into that. Number 5 we got Machiavelli the Dawn, Tupac called R.I.P. We're gonna get into my top 10 next. See, Lanski, I'm up out of here. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, most definitely. See, Lanski, so we about to get into my top 10 favorite musicians of all time. Most definitely. Number 1, Michael Jackson. Number 2, Nas. 3, Aaliyah. R.P. to Michael as well. R.P. to Prince. On it. R.P. to Pac. On it. R.P. to Bob Marley. On it. So much trouble in the world. Bless my eyes this morning. Big class. We got the Beatles on there too. They legends. R.P. to John Lennon. Strawberry Fields. Young Black Beatle. Strawberry Fields. I said that when I was 17. But TP, I'm a retired musician. R.P. James Brown on the list. Isley Brothers on there. Shout out to Mr. Biggs. R.P. to the members that ain't here no more. Then, number 10, got Joe Scott. I'm living my life like it's golden. But yeah, most definitely, I'm gonna get to the top 20 list next. Yeah, most definitely. I see Lanski, so I'm about to get into my top 20 favorite musicians of all time list. Yeah. So we got Michael Jackson at number 1, Nancy Nas at number 2, Aaliyah at number 3, Prince at number 4, Pac at number 5, Bob Marley at number 6, the Beatles, number 7, James Brown at number 8, the Isley Brothers at number 9, Joe Scott at number 10. Now we're going to get into my top, 11 through 20, Mary J. Blige, no more trauma, R.P. to her character from, Power. Still gonna be grieving over it, Shadi, number 12, the Swiss tap balls, she historical tapping. Number 13, Erica Badu, on and on, moving like a rolling stone. We at 14, Lucid. They can't stop the rain. They can't stop it. It won't stop it. 15, Al Green, Love and Happiness, Bad Classics. Curtis Mayfield, number 16, the Pusha. 17, Frank Sinatra, I'm from New York, and he made that anthem. 18, we got Whitney Houston, R.P. to her, she every woman. 19, Mariah Carey, Queen of Questions, like we got Say My shout to Shaka Khan, took him through the fire and cleared that joint for Kanye, crossed through the wire. Yeah, most definitely. It's the Bad Man C. Lanski. I'm about to get into, my favorite album, A Tribe Called Quest, favorite songs, things of that nature. Left my wallet in El Segundo. Left my wallet in El Segundo. Left my wallet in El Segundo. But need an apple bomb. You gotta put me on. But need an apple bomb. What's it? And yeah, to show you where I'm coming from. I'm vexed. I'm human. I had it up to here. My days human. Knowledge is limited. Yeah. And for that's how we come from the lyrics to go. So, my favorite albums in order, I'm gonna go with Midnight Orders first and foremost, came out 93, the year I was born, golden, I'm gonna go with the Low End Theory, classic, bad classics on this scenario, Who Got the Jazz, or whole album, masterpiece, then I'm gonna go with the first album, I explain historical too, people's events, travel, That album, that album title, you could get it misconstrued, but you can't get the music misconstrued. There's a little bit of rhymes filled with hidden jewels, so that's number 11 on my list. Say Lanski. Yeah.
I grew up on the crime side, the New York Times side. Staying alive was no child, had second hand. Moms bounced on old man. Then we moved to Charlotte, the young youth, rocking the go-to. Only I was getting to New York with, and then started like this one, rolling with this one and that one, pulling out for fun.
Yeah, so number 12 on the list, the Wall, like Drake said in 2013, Wu-Tang Forever, Wu-Tang Forever. Some of my favorite albums by the Wall. Definitely Into the 36 Chambers, Carry on so simple then. Classic album, that song really, started, the Ghost and Wraith, feature, collaboration type of dynamic, and they follow that up, Heaven and Hell, back in like 9-4, right before, Cuban Links came out, the purple tape, ODB, RP, the old Dirt McGirt, Shame on you when you step to the old dirty for the Zoo classic album, The Return of the 36 Chambers, definitely a classic album, the liquid sports joint, historical lyricism with the 9 big gem stars. Tadao, Meth's first album, classic. Everybody really, put on, even Shaheen the Rugged Child, even though they ain't really saying he official member, he definitely a part of that, on and on. That's a classic joint. Came out the same day as Illmatic. I'm trying to have how scientists type of, gym stars. You better be a real historian and even know them type of things, That classic by the Click, Iron Man, all I got is you. Mary on there, I'm still coping, with the loss of Mary character on Power Bear with me. But Daytona 500 on there, that album classic, they made mad classical joints, even the joint from Don't Be a Menace soundtrack, that was ill, classic. Capricorn had big gem stars on there. Used to, Jizza, Reza, all of them, Say Lanski. Yeah.
Tell you something right now about hip hop, about Melanie, Scott Rock, Pen, Pencil, Lamarca, whatever is the average New York. Seems be talking and talking. Black people were walking. I don't walk this way to portray those types of today. Like all my brothers eat chicken.
Yeah, that's my philosophy, by KRS-One, BDP, RP, the Scholar Rock. So, that was like one of the first duo groups to really come with, the conscious wave, really the first, after, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5 dropped the message and things of that nature. Prior to that, they dropped, the first gangster rap album, Criminal Minded. Had mad classics on there. The bridge is over. The bridge is over. South Bronx. South Bronx. South Bronx. Mad classics. It's free, but the cost money. Oh yeah. Big classics on there, Landmark album, They golded, even the second album and so on and so forth, Even when, KRS-One went solo and did his own thing, the Return of Boom Bap, a classic album too, and the other, Boogie Down production albums got classics on there, Love's gonna get you. It's gonna get you, mad ill, If you young and you from like the new generation, and and you ain't hear that album, tap into that. You know, that's the foundation. That album inspired a lot of groups. You know, NWA was inspired by that album. You know, even Ranch said it. You know, they also got, you know, them sampled on that album as well, straight out of Compton. They sampled them on Hands Ringing Off the Friday soundtrack. And other rappers who was inspired and sampled them over the years, even on the Chronic. Years later, you know, Logic, when he dropped his album, his debut with Def Jam, he sampled KRS-One on Gang Related. So I borrow thorough, you know. That's the foundation, one of the foundations, you know, from the borough, you know. I'm talking about that BRO and X, you know, the borough that started hip hop. Birthplace, the home place of it. Piece the, you know, Boogie Down production. Thinking of a master plan, cause ain't nothing but inside my hands, so my pocket full of money and spent. Still coming up with Lent. You know, I'm basically taking y'all to the Lanski School of Hip Hop. You know, that's another classic, you know. Paid in Full by Eric B. and Rakim, you know. Dropped 87, you know, changed hip hop forever. Without that album, you know, hip hop would have never became what it became, you know. You know, it paved the way for the future rappers, you know, like Nas with that Illmatic, Hov with that Reasonable Doubt, Big with that Ready to Die, you know, and so on and so forth, you know. Every rhyme after that had to be structured and, you know, on point definitely, you know. They got mad classic albums. Mad songs on that first album. I ain't no joke. I used to let the mic smoke. The video classic got Flavor in there, you know. You just feel like it's the genesis of hip hop when you hear that and you know you see that bed, you know. Eric B for president, you know. Whole album classic, you know. They done got more classic albums and classic songs, you know. Follow the Leader, Microphone Fiend, you know. The Ghetto. Nobody smiling, the ghetto, and then, you know, Sweat the Technique, you know, or the Ledge, you know, off that Juice soundtrack and their final album, you know. They definitely legends. Tap in if you ain't knowing about that. Hell with cash straws, my disaster cause. Bad snitches, all up in the business. Peter Dome, you know, that one was like crazy, you know, it was shocking, you know. When I found that out, you know, it's like Dome really mysterious, you know. To the point where it's still surreal, but Peter Dome for sure, you know. Operation Dome's dead classic, you know. Red and Gold joint classic, you know. Astro's the finest. They rapping back and forth with Dunn, you know. Go with the flow, you know. I remember many winter, you know, evenings and mornings just trooping out in them New York streets, bumping that, you know. I been through a lot of, you know, winter days and nights, you know. Album classic, he got a whole catalog, man. Mad Felony, whole catalog, even the joints where, you know, Bishop the Road, you know, them joints was, you know, Gem Stars, you know. Yeah, man, classics, man. So, Peter Dome. Friday the 13th, I'ma play Jason. Yeah, you know, next on the list we got, you know, Daddy Kane, you know, with the Wrath of the King. Ain't no half strapping. Oh, he got mad classics as far as competition. I feel like he was I can most definitely double one competition. Not to say nobody else was in competition, but lyrically it was toe to toe, you know. He had the punchlines, you know, dances, the energy, all type of that vibes, you know. Smooth operator. Sounds so smooth, you know. They're classics, you know. Those Crow, you know, definitely had mad classics, you know. He wrote some classics as well. Peter Bismarck Key, the papers. Nobody beats the best. The album was classic. So definitely gotta be on the list. A lot of classic albums before, Big or Big L, even before Hove, lyricist in question, was, Kane. I can't KRS1LL. I'm just going out to the game. I better know y'all homework, especially if y'all want to be an MC like me. I'm just retired. Now, see Lanski, I'm about here. Yeah, most definitely.
Ride slow, homie. You never know, homie. You need to pump your brakes and drive slow, homie. Major.
Yeah, we talking about Kanye. Kanye a legend, I really grew up on bumping his music. As far as, musicians, definitely on the list that I list too, my top musician list that'll be coming soon, so stay tuned for that. So, College Dropout got classics like Jesus walks with me. What the Midwest is, young and reckless. Right, your necklace, all fall down. Had new daughter Alexis had hair so it looked like weave. And you cut it all off, now it look like Eve. There was some things that you can't believe. Email would retail. Album classic, last call, I did a freestyle to that. Right after, I dropped the announcement that I was, wearing Rock Nation and things like that. So, I dropped the freestyle to the last call instrumental, it's classic. J. Cole did that as well. I'm just following on with tradition. I'm retired for now. Back to the classics, that second album, Late Registration, it's historical, Diamonds Forever on there. Rap music with Game. That's classic, real revolutionary. Gold Digger. She takes my money and now in need. I'm coming on there. Coming again. Touch the Sky on there. That's the first time I heard Lupe Fiasco. Before Kid Push. I just another hit, Barry Bonds. Out of here. I'm the king of rock. There's no higher. All I'm and say is call me sire. I won't stop rocking till I retire. Yeah, see Lanski. Back with another vid. We're gonna get into a vid real quick, fast. Run DMC. The king of rock. Walk this way. Bad classics. Down with the king. You wanna be down with the king. Christmas time and Hollis Queens. Mama's eating college games. Big classics. They had RPZ and J. If you know, you know. The new generation need to just tap in, it's a classic catalog and body of work, that, Run DMC had along with JMJ scratching on the records and things of that nature, Masters of Ceremony type vibes, Who's House, Ron's House, and Ron's House was a classic show too. I used to watch that heavily back when MTV was, MTV, they had a lot of joints on there. Beavis and Butthead, a lot of joints probably big back when I was a youngster, in my teen years. But as far as the music goes, they historical, that was like the new school era hip hop, after, the beginning forefathers. They definitely changed the game. And they definitely pioneers. Yeah, most definitely. See, let's get my Public Enemy number one. One. No lights in the nights. the living bass heads, you know. Remember I tell y'all in that last video, I'm against that story when I met Flavor Flav, you know. Stay tuned, you know, that's gonna be its own separate video, you know. That one is a movie right there, but you know, definitely the Fear of the Black Planet, you know, take 1,000,000 to hold us back, you know, and Terminator X, you know, cause 911 is a joke. All them joints is classic for sure. You know, Public Enemy, you know, Generation got tap into that, you know. Shout out to the Bomb Squad, you know, they definitely had, you know, a helping hand in, you know, Ice Cube first solo album, you know, America's Most Wanted, you know, big classics they have, you know, they had a historical run, you know, definitely paved the way for conscious rapping, you know, my community, you know, most definitely, yeah. Yeah, most definitely. I see Lanski back with another vid, so you know, I'ma just get into a quick story time real quick. You know, back in my beginning stages, you know, starting to, you know, rap, you know, probably around the same time I had my first rap battle or whatever. You know, I was a kid, like 9, 10, yeah, definitely 9, you know, I'm on the Grand Concourse with Pop Dokes and all that. So, you know, we run into Flavor Flav. So I'm a youngster, you know, I'm not even knowing. That's why you gotta be up on your jewels, you know, big gym stars and giving. So, you know, I dapped them up. Pops dapped them up. You know, they knew what each other and all that, you know, for the streets and all that. You know, Flavor was fresh out of, you know, one of his bedrooms. So he was like, yeah, what's up, G? What's up, G? I'm like, yo, what's up? Say, you don't know who I am? I'm young. I'm like, yo, nah. Like, Flavor Flav from Public Enemy. Like, what? He's like, yo, you want to see me on TV? I'm just a kid. I'm like, I copy. 2 weeks later, he on Real Life. Next thing you know, he with President Nelson. Next thing you know, he on Flavor of Love. All that in the span of like 6 months, you know. And next to that, you know, I did my homework. This is back in the days when you had to really go get the CDs or see it on TV. So, you know, of course I knew it, you know, Fight the Power and, you know, all they songs really just studied them more. Like, oh, that's him right there. Bad legends, you know. That goes to show you never know who's who when you out there. You gotta really know your homework, keep your eyes open, school to the game, you know, definitely school to the game. You know, that's a classic, you know, legacy, you know, that I came from, you know. Piece of Flavor, piece of P, you know, see Lanski, I'm out of here, you know, that was quick story time, yeah, most definitely. Just another day living in the hood. Just another day around the way. Feeling good today. That's a classic, you know. It's the Queen Latifah. UNITY. One of my favorite hip hop songs of all time, you know. Off of one of my favorite hip hop albums of all time, The Black Rain. You know, and then All Hell the Queen, a classic too, you know. I had it up to here on repeat as we speak, you know. So if you ain't hear that, tap into that. She got big classics, you know. One of my hidden jewels, one of my favorite hidden songs is, you know, Can't Forget About New Jersey with Biz Markie on the sample RP to him. You know, that's from the New Jersey Drive soundtrack. Got no cash on for know what New Jersey Drive is. I ain't talking about the drive to the state, I'm talking about the movie. But if you know, tap in. See Lanski, I'm out of here. Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. The See Lanski Network, live from the headquarters. Yeah. So we gonna get into, you know, Ice Spice and all that, and where she went wrong in her, you know, album process and all that, things of that nature. Battle with her and Lotto, you know, that was calm in the top of 2-4, you know, on the top of this year, you know, had a lot of eyes watching and things of that nature, but, you know, once Compo Kenning and that boy Drizzy started to have battle, you know, it was quiet, you know, everything started, you know, getting rocky, like, you know, the boy that sing Peso, Let me on a hate. I think she went wrong. She should have did a Sexy Red collab. Back when they both were scorching hot. But then again, Lotto had a song with Sexy Red and Young Nudie, so she probably felt like Sexy was picking sides. I feel like that was good for competition and things of that nature. Being that, a lot went on, I feel like maybe, Sexy Red and, Nicki probably locked in too, because, Nicki was on that Pound Town remix and things of that type of, nature. Summer releases be the wave and everybody wanna lock down the summer, but y'all, she should have dropped probably the top of the year, early March the latest, cause once that battle kicked off with, Drake and Kenny, everything was quiet. Even Cole had the, like Fat Joe said on the New York song, even Cole was forced to lean back. So you gotta think, I ain't saying it's fast food rap or nothing. I say it's like a drive-through. Kendrick and Drake cooking up Benihana's, and she dropped that joint. Everybody started fronting, but it's the same type of tunes we was bumping for the last 2 years. Actually, we was popping. I'm just seeing everybody with a million on their feet. So my she fell off. By the way, my mind's up. I need 3 million. I feel like they trying to treat her like one of the meme rappers and do her off like they did Mario Zula or something. Trying to end her career in a jiffy. But if y'all really tired of her, why the only lyrical rappers is the big 3 that's shining, Most of the rappers that shining can't rap for nothing, respectfully. I just feel like, yeah, the album probably made or whatever, I skimmed through it, I was doing a morning clean. I heard a couple words, I definitely seen the video of her though. That was A1 sauce. Most definitely, but I feel like they just want to see her downfall, things like that. It's crazy though, but like the sun in the evening, what comes up must go down. That's what they jacking, Lance, see Lanski, you want to see her win. I came from the same Bronx space, and ain't no joke when you got a pocket full of land, or you go fall is a small fry. I always had to get mine with the ketchup and barbecue to this day, even with big rat cans, if you ask me. Let's get into some of the tracks though. The last joint she did, I don't remember the name, but the last bass she did after the Travis Scott one. It kind of remind people ain't really paying homage. Shout out to Young and May. That's really like a Young and May flow. Like she tried to like pull a Young and May, She switched up their flows, try to show versatility, but she should have had more joints like they did it first with Central C. That beat tough, that joint, from time to time I got the video on repeat. Definitely that. It's Travis Scott joint. Shout out to Travis. I definitely tuned into the video. She's doing her thing in the video. The Gunna joint, ain't jacking that one. But I don't know. I don't know who else was on the album. Was Lil Baby on the album? I don't remember who was on the album or what it sounded like. The Fart joint, yeah. Should have dropped the album around there, respectfully. Things of that nature. I don't really remember nothing else. My thoughts is really tainted. I remember what she looked like, though. Respectfully, shout out to her. He can brace, slow money is better than no money, like they said on the Unreasonable Doubt album. I just dropped my drink with Rock Nation too, happened to that, but I'm a retired musician. Never know, she might come with the biggest song of all time in the near future. Just gotta stay tuned, though. What time it is with me. Yeah, most definitely, it's C. Lanski. Yeah. Yeah, most definitely, it's C. Lanski. Back with a new episode. I'm gonna get into, topic real fast, as far as that upcoming, Kendrick performance at the Super Bowl in 2025 and 2525. So basically, I don't know if y'all got y'all hip hop knowledge or something like that. But me being a hip hop historian and knowing, things from the past, present, even the future, Hove tied into that. You gotta think Hove had the, battle with Mobb Deep and Nas and all that. The infamous Summer Jam thing, how you could do it even major than that, the Super Bowl, and Drizzy was talking out of pocket, him a post, but it was jacking, it was the biggest of the biggest, the big dogs in the game type of vibes, Holden, he tapped in every now and then, him and Drake threw gym stars at each other, bars and all that. But yeah, him and Wayne bars at each other. So, Kendrick about to pull a Super Bowl, type of summer jam screen in the middle of the winter, It actually work. I ain't gonna hold you. A lot of people want to debate on me about if, Drake would have won, could have won, maybe, he was trying to double up when he dropped that Buried Alive and the other joint, he thought he had a lot in the chamber, he froze up like Jack Frost once that Meet the Grams and that other joint that had the summer on lock, bro. Things like that, we've seen things like that before. That's super ugly for the game. I ain't gonna hold you though. Dr. Rock Nation, you know how I'm coming. Yeah, most definitely. I'm just saying. And that drop, if the band and all that played it, I don't know. Being at the summer over and all that, breaking drop one of them anthems, bounce back like he did with the Pusher battle. Just don't know, I just don't know. I don't know, because I still might want to do a Drake feature if I come back in the game. I'm going to keep it 100. The way you come back, I produce instrumentals and things like that. I ain't saying I can ghostwrite, but I can ghostwrite. My name is Casper Lanski. It might help you come back in the game, I come correct. I mean, this ain't nothing. You think the regular battle. I ain't saying push a regular, because what happened to that boy. He was talking. If you know, but Kendrick got hits and he got, all type of joints where Pusher ain't really focused on the hits, really straight, the pureness of hip hop, just rapping, things like that. But Kendrick really studied the game and took it to a different level. This a different type of monster you trying to compete with. So, I don't know, stay tuned for that Super Bowl. Make sure y'all got y'all hoagies and y'all bogeys and things of that nature. There's a lot of smoke in the air. Yeah, most definitely. Stay Lanski out of here. Yeah, most definitely. See, Lanski. So, back with another video, just talking about, I would just ended and things like that. So, what's the next joint for the series? What's the next spinoff and all that? Is Tariq going to Chicago, go spin off Tommy, or they going to, lock in and take over the drill scene with 13 Dirt popped out the cut and started letting it up, I don't even think he was acting in that, no pun intended. It was crazy, but it might be an ill, Raising Canaan gonna hold us over for the winter. Meanwhile, bundle up, get your ACTs if you win with snow weather, if you're not, go watch it somewhere on the beach. But that's a crazy show. That was historical. I ain't gonna hold you. I might have to run it back again. So only right, But see, Lanski, yeah, most definitely. Yeah, most definitely. See, Lanski, yeah. So, we gonna get into that, that Big Sean album. Why I think, it came and went. Respectfully, in my opinion. Game really, ain't got respect for gang, It's messed up, cause, coming up in my late teen years and all that, Thumb was really one of the nicest in the game, but, ever since, that, Kendrick, do what he did on Control, and he, do what he was supposed to do, the people ain't showing respect. He supposed to force his way into, the conversation of being in a big three and all that. Those balls at everybody, you can't be humble in this rap game. The closed mouth ain't gonna get fired, But, he should have came with more dishes and all that, He came with personal music, real life music that, no hip hop heads like me gonna appreciate, I mess with that one other joint. That joint tough, real soulful. But nowadays, they don't want that. God bring more rap, more stats. Let me show I forgot to retire. Even with a, Eminem, so we got bit by a spider. Me, it was a goal. The joint with Eminem and Baby on that joint tough, herb on.
You know, even with Two Lyrical Lemonade video, you know that and it's solo big. You know, people still slap Ryan in the interview with Charlamagne. People still slap, you know why? Cause you know Drake even, you know that people jacking he lost, he ain't crying in the public, he stood up like a stomper, you know. And that is truth be told. Oh, Big Sean probably really went through something behind the scenes, you know. And nowadays ain't no love, ain't no remorse. If you either you on that or you ain't on that. No. It's a lot of hyenas and wolf spirit type of vibes, you know. That's just how it goes, you know. He should have really came at Kendrick all the way from Humble, because forget about that other song, Humble, about him, you know. They're down. That's his, you know, that's his flow and lingo. You know, Kendrick been playing with these rappers like rag dogs. Even though Drake probably lost, you gotta respect that he even battled them. A lot of these rappers apologize. I don't even respect that. L after L, I have to laugh. I look like James Todd Smith autograph. Yeah, most definitely. It's Lanski. So today we're gonna get into, you know, the topic on if Cole redeemed himself, or you know, he really got to go to war still with one of these rappers. So he dropped a couple of features, you know, played the collard greens with Daylight. That joint is tough, you know. I just did a freestyle and dropped one of the best verses of the millennium, you know. I'm a retired rapper though, just a media personality, but tap into that. I repeat, when I play the collard greens freestyle out now, tap in. But you know, to me that's like, you know, one of his best verses ever. Celebrated out in the streets of days for not for week. Absolutely. You know, the beat on there is like Knife Wonder meets Griselda, you know. Either way, Kanye pioneered that style. Even though, you know, shout out to P-Rock and RZA, they birthed that style. I don't care what nobody say, he just recorded that verse. So if you got some heat like that in the stats, well, I'll hold that in the vault, especially with the battle of people playing with your name. You know, but that's, you know, point one way, you know, he might come back. You know, point two, you know, the T Grizzly collab, you know, who hot, who not, you know, the May sample, you know, we know that's recent, you know, seeing what happened to Paul. That's point two, but I feel like he got to battle Drake or Kendrick to, you know, get his title back. You talking his best rapper, a lot of stuff, ain't no apologies when it's war. But it's Lanski, I'm out. Yeah, most definitely, it's Lanski. So, you know, I'm gonna do my review on, you know, the Ice Spice album, you know, Y2K. I hate on it, it's a classic. Everybody hating. You know, the album starts with the Fat Buzz joint, you know, it's really like the Chirac, G Herbo, Nicki Minaj, baby, you know, about that, you know, Free Critic tape from back in the days, you know, for them vibes. Should start with them flows and things like that, you know, the beat start thumping, you know, riot on the track, causing fire through instrumentation and things like that. Then Glock Glock Boom, you know, a whole lot of Glock Glock Booms and things like that on the next track. With Travis Scott, you know, she turned up the spot. She in the club with the knock, who that. Then the cooler kid and all that joint, the third joint, you know, Papa, you know, I think she wrote that song about me, but, you know, that joint, you know, Mama get a younger May flow, you know, type joint, you know, she might, and she should shoot the vid for that, you know, the internet definitely gonna have a field stay with that one, you know, I'm checking it, you know, it's a classic. Then the flow get even more bizarre in the track with Wanna, you know, packing my jacket, what happened, you know, I'm retired, so I ain't really rapping, I'm just detailing what she's saying. You know, the best song on there, you know, definitely the Did It First joint with Central C, you know, that beat tough, you know, that's a good collab, you know. Like a lot of people been jacking, I agree too, it's definitely giving that vibes, like the Pink Panther joint, you know. Joint tough, most definitely, yeah. You know, the BB belt joint, you know, she trying to bring back that old school New York vibes, you know, I was outside there, you know, trophies, BBs, you know, Air Forces, obvious, you know, better cat tilted, you know, them type of vibes. You know, I'm jacking it, be saying the snaky flow and things of that nature. Then you got Think You the Ish type joint. You already know that for the top of the year when she shot that in the scams, you know, that joint was a banger, you know.
Yeah, most definitely. It's the bad man, Lanski. So, we're gonna get into Drake, his little speech he did last night at the joint where, he had a party next door. Yeah, so, it's October's very own type of season. They had like some, nostalgic concert, So, in the midst of that, Drake got on stage, he started getting in retrospect back, saying, a lot of people done switched out since the battle with Kenny and, who his friends is and with those like them who need those like they enemies. So, that not like us must still be ringing off in his head. Like I said before my other vid, he could have won, but couple missteps, of Kung Fu Kenny do karate and win chess. That's just how it go in the game. It's just the ways of the game. It's just the ways of the game. See, that's just my opinion. I'm out of here. Yeah.
Can't you just open his mouth? Somebody handing him a Grammy right now.
Yeah, so, see, Lanski, I'm about to get into another vid, talk about word on the streets, PG Lane standing on concrete, stomping, they submitted, that joint, them joints, we talking about not like us and, Euphoria, I heard it. They got sent to the Grammys, for the 2025 Grammys. I'm hearing he's trying to take over the whole February like Michael did in '84. He's trying to have Drake, come there on Snoop Dogg in, '95, Source Awards type of timing. Y'all love us. I know where we at. We in East Coast. Y'all love us. Yeah, it might be one of those, Drake might have to bum rush the show like Public Enemy and show them what type of time it is, because, it looks like Kendrick trying to go for another run. We gotta see it, though. See Lanski, I'm out. Yeah, most definitely. I see Lanski, I'm gonna get into the time I see it, Omar for the wire, quick story time, real quick, most definitely. It's back in the days, probably like early 2010s, late 2000s, I'm outside, seeing him, probably by Canal Street or something, He was outside, probably had toast people with him too, just in case they got a dump like the movies, dapped me up, dapped whoever I was with up, It's official, that's the peak of the fame, trill, like they say in Houston. It was real for sure. Dapped me up, kept it pushing, Wasn't like some of the celebrities, that be hiding, ducking a taco. He was really who he was in the movies, Same person you see in Ballet Tour and all the classic flicks, he was that. So, RP to him, It's just a quick story time. Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, Compton. Young brother named Ice Cube. From a crew named With an Attitude. Express yourself. Then feel it good. Even when yellow. Fix it acapella. And I don't. Cause it only give brain damage.
Talk about the NWA, and the individual members, solo projects as well, that's straight out of Compton, dropped in like '88. That was a pivotal year in the '80s, really. Most hip hop, scholars are called that the golden era, Even, when I was born, that was the golden era as well, 9-3. So, straight out of Compton driving, this is right after, in New York, where I'm from, Boogie Down Production, they tried, the classic Criminal Minded, they telling, classical stories, bang, bang, classics, so that album right there helped influence, couple, people, from California, the West Coast, where, the helps of RP, Eric Wright, Easy Does, that's another classic, We want Easy, a lot of people don't know, but tap into that, I'm from New York, but I definitely got, homage for the West, the album caused a lot of controversy, the Straight Outta Compton video, They walking on a block, they in the back of the police truck, you know. I can't really say it, I get this YouTube right, but you know what they said about the police and all that. You know, that song almost got banned, you know. We took a lot of the music library in general, that almost got banned permanently. And also songs like, you know, Two Live Crew and things of that nature, you know. The people up in arms back in the days, you know. You know, I remember growing up seeing MTV, you know, the retrospective, you know, videos. They were stomping on Tupac and Snoop Dogg albums. You know, it was like a civil rights lady. She wasn't tracking none of that, you know. She passed away and things of that nature, but you know, she wasn't really tracking what the culture was talking about. But you know, NWA, like Ice Cube said, you know, they was giving the news. It was really, you know, urban CNN, you know, detailing what really going on in them treacherous streets, not just out there in California, you know, where the gang life was becoming prevalent, but you know, across the United States and the whole globe was feeling that. And you know, just with that, you know, debut album, they was able to take, you know, hip hop in the West to the mainstream in some sense, even though it was in the streets. And after that, Q went and did his own thing. For a while, him and NWA, they traded off discs from Jack and Beats to 100 miles and running. You know, all that, you know, Vaseline, Q finished it off. And, you know, NWA dropped one more classic album, Ends for Life, right before Dr. Dre discovered Snoop Doggy Dogg, you know, better known as Snoop Dogg these days. And dropped the historical Chronic, you know, featuring the whole Death Row and all that. That first Ice Cube album, classic. Second one, third one, he had mad classics. Today Was a Good Day, Steady Mobbing, Stay True to the Game, Check Yourself Before You Wreck Yourself. Just mad classics, you know. And You Love to Hate. And of course, the Chronic, the whole album. Classic, Let Me Ride, Nothing But a Cheap Thing, Ghetto Boy. Right there, you know, the whole album, Monument to a Change, hip hop and music forever, most definitely. Wow, how, you know, NWA was influenced by New York, but, you know, in return, albums like Straight Outta Compton, you know, will go on to influence the New York scene. You know, future albums like Illmatic and Ready to Die, you could definitely hear the influence, you know, how they speak on injustice. Hip hop was more raw, you know, more ruthless. Pun intended, you know, after that album dropped. And then Nothing But a G Thing and the Chronic influence the East Coast definitely influenced Biggie, you know. He dropped some of them G-Funk joints, you know, Big Papa, things of that nature, Juicy, all that mainstream, you know, flavor, you know, that powerful style on the runway, that definitely was influenced by what, you know, Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg was doing on the West Coast that. Let's see, Lanski on my body. Yeah, most definitely. See, Lanski, you know, so we're gonna get into some of my favorite tunes. You know, the classic Notorious Duo from out of ATL, from the historical Dungeon family, you know, from ATL. We talking about the Outkast, you know, Outkast, Big Boy, you know, Entre 2000, you know, came out in 94, you know, one of my favorite albums of all time, you know. Got Crumbling on there, got Southern Playalistic, Cadillac, funky music, you know, Claiming True, you know, that's a classic, that's my joint, you know. Got, you know, Ain't No Thing But a Chicken Wing, got a gang, like that whole album, classic. Players Ball on there. You know, Diddy, he directed that. He put on a lot of people. I ain't gonna hold you, but we ain't even gonna talk about that right now. You know, they also got the historical, you know, Goody Mob on there. Get up, get out, and get something. You know, classic joint. You know, they throughout the album, you know, whether it's just them dropping a couple gems for you, you know, or things of that nature, you know, it was one and the same, you know. It really was one and the same. You know, when they came in again. You know, they've also got other classic albums, you know, ATLians, you know, Elevators on there. That's a classic. You know, Over Baghdad, that's a classic. All Peter Rosa Parks, you know, that Rosa Parks joint. She wasn't really tracking that, but you know, I ain't gonna hold you, I'm tracking that. They got Miss Jackson on there. They got So Fresh, So Clean. I drink people probably wasn't jacking that, but I was jacking that mighty old that drink classic, Speaker box love below, that's another classic. That's when, Three Stacks really went on some Prince type of vibes. Their classics they got though. Shit, Lanski, tapping. It's a war going on outside. Don't mean to stray from. You can run, but you can't hide forever from these streets that we done took. Walk with your head down, scared to look. Shook, 'cause ain't no such things as halfway crooks. We talking about that infamous Mobb Deep, that infamous album, one of my favorite albums of all time. I got them on my top MCs list. So let me break down some of my favorite Mobb Deep songs. Shook ones, of course. From the grittiness, it being in some of my favorite video games to, the 8 Mile scene, of course, Eminem flipped it on that beat, it's historical, and then, that classic album they got, but that one in particular got Temperatures Rising on it, for the Nine, Raekwon, Nas on it, Mad Joints on there, Noise on there. Give up the goods to get the whole album classic. Tap to that if you could. They got mad other classic albums, Hell on Earth, Quiet Storm, even when they went with G Unit, they was doing anything off. Peter Prodigy, most definitely one of the best lyricists of all time, one of the best lyricists, both of them, Shout out to Havoc, the instrumentations he came with was mad great, coming off the back of Illmatic. They took it to another level on Queensbridge and the whole New York and the whole globe. But yeah, yeah. Yeah, most definitely. I see Lanski. We talking about, another legendary artist off of my top MCs list. Redman, mad classics, real underrated if you ask me. The first album, the what, classic, real funky, songs like, Time for Some Action, Blow Your Mind, That's How You Roll. What else they got? Mad classic joints, Tonight's the Night, the whole album produced by Eric Sermon from EPMD, real funky album, got P-Rock produced on there too, real classic album, other joints he got, and that's my favorite joints, How High, the remix with Method Man, that joint classic. Muddy Waters a classic, he got mad classic albums. He really a legend, real lyricist. Him, Buster, and Missy had, some of the most animated videos of all time, I'll be there. Happen to all that, pay homage, man. Shit, yeah, most definitely. See Lanski, next on the list, some of my favorite songs by, Crooklyn Dodgers, that's a collector from back in like 94, 95. But in this, particular instance, we talking about Buckshot and, Special Ed, both of them had mad classics, Special Ed coming out first, he had the I Got It Made joint, he had The Mission, he had mad classics, he was in that Toast movie, remember? He took, Raheem girls, things of that nature, hopped in a V, back in the days, that was looking like a foreign joint, nowadays that looks like some mid-age type V, but, back then that was the thing to drive, the thing to do. Also we got Buckshot, Shorty from Black Moon, got some classic albums, that Into the Stage. The album was classic, he went on to, help facilitate movements such as, Smith and Wesson and House the Scouts and things like that. Also got Master Ace on there, from the Juice Crew, give a bare symphonies to them, things like that. Also they had the other, Crooklyn Dodgers, I think Jable the Damage was on there, and Chubb Rock was on there, Treat 'Em Right, so a lot of classic joints they had, see Lanski on my yeah, most definitely. See Lanski, back with my,
list some of my favorite songs by my top 10, top 20, top 50, top 100 MCs, things like that. Next on the list, we got the Notorious Trio, from out of New Jersey, the Fugees, that comprises of Wyclef, Roswell, and most definitely, historical queen herself, Lauren Hill. My favorite joints, is that Radio 9 joint. Fuji Live, that joint is ill, that joint is mad ill, big Caribbean vibes in the vid, and, of course, Killing Them Softly, they had that on it, but they also had the album before that with the Nappy Heads remix, so I don't even know what I'm even talking about. It's like I'm alliterating nonsense, which I gotta tap in and do your homework. That's a classic. Then, Lauren went on to do her, classic Magnum Opus, her only album. Really, if you're not talking about the MTV joint, it's her education. That's a classic. Wyclef went on to have, a classic career as well. 911, Sweetest Girl Ever, the Santana joint. Maria, that joint's wild, price well. Free that innocent man. She lets you go out of here. Yeah. As I Spy, I just went on her gram, normally she be, posting, thirst traps in the middle of the night. I mean, I'm just trying to check out for the music and see if, she got a double deluxe of the album, coming out. Cause like I told ya, Y2K, album when they get, I hope it got submitted for the Grammys. Word Life, in my humble opinion, that's a classic. I ain't been seeing her post nothing. All I'm seeing is like bad hate videos. Everybody, they ain't tracking her. They're saying, she fell off. She did fall off like, that J. Cole album that's supposed to come out next year. So everybody go tapping and checking to see if she good and things of that nature. We need more, tones, vibe to, she saved hip hop, I appreciate it, definitely, most definitely. See Lanski, though, I'll be back soon. Yeah, most definitely, it's not bad, man. See Lanski, yeah, back with another video, so, I'm kind of tired of talking about it, but y'all want to hear about it, so, I'm a man of the people, I'm a people's champ, so, I gotta bring it to them again, not like us, but can after, the Super Bowl and the Grammys, I don't want to ever hear it again, we gotta retire it, we might have to, pull up, might delete later, save it on hard drives though, just in case, but now, on the real though, I heard that song enough times this year, to never hear it again, still hear it in my head for the rest of my life. Don't get me wrong, proud of that, some real, hypey type of joint, you could get turned up to make you feel like you in California, yeah. But I'm just saying, we need some new tunes, people like me who, grew up, in the coming of ages, listening to the Essence, and hearing about Congo Candy, or Section 80, we know he got some more tunes that deliver to the world. We just trying to see what's the next chapter, Let's see Lanski being a YouTuber, blogger, podcast, or whatever you want to call it, it's lit. Like Travis Scott said, it's lit. Alright. I ain't gonna hold you, I ain't even want to do it, I ain't really into the politics, for the streets and things of that nature, but, I feel like my voice was needed for something else, I feel like I had a lot of opinions, I really had to put my foot on the pedal, pedal to the metal on the dashboard. Shout out to YouTube, I'm a YouTuber now, I'm a retired musician, the music's still on all platforms, tap in, stream that, but, I'm really on some YouTuber type of time, and, just seeing what's going on in the media, the world, might even talk about the news, you never know. But this is the news right here, my experience as a YouTuber, monetizing into the money is cool and all that, doing what I do, working for myself, self-made, no handouts, just had to get to it, shout to YouTube, opportunity, I'm gonna keep going on, more videos on the way,
Yeah, most definitely. See, Lanski. Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. See, Lanski. So, I just seen on the tour, Rochelle and Julius, I mean, Terry Crews and Sheena Arnold, two legends in the game of comedy and movies and things of that nature. They just said they just tapped in. I've been hearing rumors through the streets. I got my ass to the streets. Hey, like, hey, Chris, getting reported to, a new comeback. I'm thinking of something regular, but sound like, they doing like the Good Times joint. It's gonna be an animated series. Of course, Chris Rock is involved most definitely, yeah. And then it's gonna be on Comedy Central, the home of some classic shows such as, the David Chappelle show, and then, the historical show, South Park that went on historical run. I believe it's still on to this day, most definitely. So I'm gonna be in tune for that. Hopefully that comes out soon. But yeah. Stay tuned, more videos on the way. See Lanski. Yeah, most definitely.